Gotham Season 5 premiere Year 1. So, of course, I'm a few weeks behind on this, the final season of Gotham. I guess episode 3 premieres this week, so I'm not super far behind. I just didn't realize it premiered already. Fortunately, I had the episodes recorded, so I was like, oh, sweet, I can catch up on Gotham. But really good first episode. I really enjoyed it. It sucks that this is the final season. It's going to be one of the few shows that I do every episode for, because I realized it was the big debate for me where I was like, not doing as many reviews anymore, but it was like, man, I've reviewed every single episode, and to like skip reviews on the last season would just feel weird. So I'm doing every episode for the season, so I wanted to make sure I caught up, and I'll, kind of keep on track for the rest of the season until we end. But good first episode. We get a nice little time skip going ahead where we get to see Jim, Bullock, Penguin, and Riddler teaming up together to fight off somebody. It seemed like it was the government because they were, wearing like military outfits and stuff. So, there's even a tank there if I remember right. So I was like, all right. So they're teaming up by the end. They have the cool, slow motion scene. Everybody's getting their guns together. They all walk down, and Penguin is, he's suited up. He's got like the little leg thing, so we see the beginning of that when it jumps backwards in time. He has like the crazy red glasses, which I thought was super funny because I was like, those glasses make me think of Hugo Strange because he always wears, red glasses. Those might actually be his glasses. I don't think they're the exact same shade of red, but they're the same style. So I was like, that makes me think of, Hugo Strange. And then we see Riddler as well. And so, that was like day 391. And so then it jumps back to like day 84. And I was like, all right, now we get to see where everybody's at. Riddler is still split up between Riddler and, Edward Nygma. So they're kind of going back and forth. So we only see the Riddler in this episode. And Ed is doing something where he goes out. Basically, when the Riddler falls asleep, Edward wakes up. So Ed is going around, he's doing something in the night, and the Riddler wakes up in all these random places. We have no idea what happened with Hugo Strange. We don't actually see him. We don't know what weird experiment was performed. So who knows what took place. It's still a time skip, even with them going backwards in time. We're still like 3 months into it. So it's like 3 months have passed, and we still don't know the situation for some of the characters that were at the very end. So I kind of like that idea. It allows for them to do a time skip, but there's still a lot of mystery where it's like, all right, well, it's like there are like 3 or 4 characters that were missing in this episode. So that's exciting to see, and we have to kind of just wait and figure out how that's going. So Riddler's off doing his thing where he's trying to figure out what his other half is doing. Penguin is basically living large. He's getting all this food and stuff from Barbara, and he's got gun manufacturing going on. So he's able to have bullets. He gets food from Barbara. He's able to make all these sorts of trades for ammo and stuff like that. And he sucks as a leader because he's letting everybody starve. And, one dude dies because he passes out and he falls into a hydraulic press and gets squished. So, Penguin's living it up, eating steak and giving it to his dog, which he named Edward, which I thought was funny. And he's like, oh, I can't give what I don't have. So he's being a selfish douchebag about it, and he's screwing up his own business really by not feeding the people because he doesn't want to be hungry at all. So he's doing his thing. Barbara and Tabitha are doing their thing as the sirens. We get to see Bruce and Selena of course is paralyzed, which we know is going to be fine because they have it in the promo at the end where she's walking, which I knew was going to happen anyway. But Bruce has to go to some witch who's going to bring her back. We don't know what's going on with obviously the Joker. Even in the promo thing, they have it at the end where there's a scene where it's like, they're fighting at the very end and stuff, and it's like, it looks like they're fighting on a little banister, and they're going to fall into the vat, or Joker will fall into the vat officially, and he'll be the Joker. So I was like, they're going to, I don't know if that'll be like the last episode. They show a glimpse where Bruce is officially Batman, so this is, with this episode being titled Year 1, it's, Batman Year 1. And Bruce goes in, he does a little bit in this episode. He's got like the jacket again, and he goes in with the night vision goggles, and he beats a couple of Scarecrow's people up. They stole some medicine. They didn't really do nearly as much as I expected. It was like they kind of went in for a mission, and I feel like it's going to tie into something, if not the very next episode, then something later, because he came in, and he wasn't really the main issue of the episode. Like, he came in legitimately for like a couple of minutes. He poisons the guy in the beginning, or, the cops open the door. They kill them off, and then they steal some medicine. Scarecrow fights Jim, and then he disappears, and then Scarecrow's people disappear when they fight Bruce, and that's it. They don't show up again throughout the episode. So they got in, and then they got out. So they needed that medicine for something, and I feel like that'll come up a little bit later. Then they have the tease with the little boy at the end of the episode, where it's like, they're killing us all. So that's like on the other side of the city, so we don't know who he's talking about. They kept it, super vague for mystery's sake, but very interesting. And then, of course, we have what I would consider the craziest thing in the whole episode, which is they kill Tabitha, which really sucked. I like Tabitha's character. Always thought she was entertaining, and I was kind of looking forward to seeing that rivalry, that hatred go on for, most of the season at least. Because I'm like, all right, well, of course we get the flash forward. So if Penguin is working with Jim, obviously certain things have to happen where other people aren't really in the way. So in this case, Tabitha was the first person I thought of, and she's dead. So it's like, oh, well, she's like really out of the way. So that sucked because I always liked her character. It doesn't hurt that she's insanely attractive. I've always thought that one was like insanely gorgeous. But aside from that, she is also just an entertaining character. I always thought she was super fun, and that dynamic that she had is like the middle ground character who, for the most part, did live through all this crazy stuff. It was always interesting to see her. Really, she was like the most grounded character because, of course, Barbara's insane, so you never really know what's going to happen there. She was going through the weird stuff in the last season with Raish, so it's like, all right, that's some weird supernatural stuff. Tabitha's still fairly grounded. You got the stuff with Butch going on where he's dead and he's coming back to life. Tabitha is still super grounded. She was just a human whose brother was also really freaking insane. So a lot of stuff. She was always like the grounded character amongst all these really crazy people. So I kind of like that idea where it's like she's very centered and stuff. And it was like I kind of don't want her to die because she's so normal. I kind of want to see how everyone crazy reacts. Where it's like she's so calm and stuff. Most of the time she's fairly calm too. So it's kind of fun to watch her be this calculating character where everyone else is like something supernatural is happening. I'm dead and I'm back to life for the third time or something super weird. And she's kind of just going through the motions like, I'm just trying to survive. And then, Butch coming back is like she wants to have her boyfriend back again. And I was hoping to see more of that. And then she gets killed. And I was like, well, that freaking blows. And it was just right in the beginning, too. It was just first episode of the season. Kill her off. And I was like, well, that sucks. So that was unfortunate. We lost a character that I really enjoyed. And just have a crazy, little moment there where, she gets killed off. And whoever the low boys were, all of them are dead now. So they just meant nothing. We have the weird thing with Anarchy where she comes in and she does like the Joker symbol on the map and stuff like that. So a lot of weird stuff in this episode, a lot of cool little hints that happened. And then, of course, the really big thing with Tabitha. So definitely looking forward to this season. There's still the slight mystery, I guess, of who shot the helicopter down. Because, this, Penguin said, it was like, well, if I did it, wouldn't I just say it? Like, it's not like I'll get arrested anymore. So that could be important. It might not be important, but I think it will be because it does say like, all right, well, someone knew that this helicopter was coming in, so that would have to be someone within the GCPD. And I don't think it was Anarchy. It could have been her because, of course, she was in the GCPD. She could have heard anything, but it's just one of those situations where it's like, okay, it's possible that she was the one that did that, or told someone else, probably Joker, and they were the ones that took it down, from out of sight. But that's important in some way, shape, or form because somebody knew something they shouldn't have known because. No one's just going to be waiting around, down one of the random streets like, oh, man, that helicopter's there. And they shoot it off at the perfect time to actually hit it from however far away they actually were. So somebody knew that was happening. So it'll be interesting to get that little answer there. But definitely enjoyed the first episode of the new season. Of course, would love to know what you guys thought about this premiere. So please put your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know your favorite parts, your least favorite parts. And, of course, this is the final season, unfortunately, of Gotham. What do you hope to see? What do you expect to see based on how everything's played out? Of course, they have the promo. I'm sure that'll be like the last episode where they do a little time skip and it's, they show Batman running through the fog or, something random like that. But as far as them building up, them doing, Batman Year One, what do you guys hope to see and what do you guys want to see from the final season of Gotham? So please put your comments down in the comment section below. And, of course, thanks for watching.